And it's week what? 114. We out here, y'all. Over 2 years strong.
Everything Troy said is absolutely right. And here comes the homo's euphemism. Now, music in our generation has often used the word sex and the word love interchangeably. For example, love me harder, baby. Love me by the counter, love me in the car, love me on the linoleum, love me hard. Now, Aaron Mack does understand the purpose of patio friendly euphemisms for hardcore sex. However, might such lyrical code language be slightly distorting our understanding of actual love? And is there a better way? If so, what? Troy?
Well, I first of all feel like it is distorting our understanding of actual love because people start to listen to those words that are written and put it into perspective. Love me on the counter, you know what I'm saying? And then when they, sex is sex, you want to get a little freaky, love me on the counter. Like we all think, immediately we're going to think about it. Song gonna come into our head, we're going to think about it, right? But ultimately, the way you fix that is about telling the truth about love, the good, the bad, and the indifferent. Like love is not easy for everybody. Some people may come easy. I can't speak for everybody. I know love ain't easy for myself. I've been there, done that. But it ain't easy. So there's so many facets of it. Why can't you utilize the power you have with the music to tell the story of real love and be honest about it and be genuine about it, but be vulnerable about it? That's what you're supposed to do if you're an artist and you're singing music and you're writing. That's what the music is for. It's for the world. So take those experiences that you experience and be the catalyst and put it into the world. So that's to me the better way is to take those words out and say what you really mean. And say what you really mean. You know what I'm saying? Be honest about it. And don't be why do we have to talk about sex that way anyway? Why does it always have to be that? That's because every song we turn on is wop, 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 and twerk that. So I guess that's the time we live in right now and what we have to deal with at this point. Um, but the better way too is to be a better role model if you are in the industries that can make change, whether it's with the view of music or whether it's visual or however it may be. Be the change you want to see. That's how I always see it. I always say that. So I always preach. Be the change you want to see. We always say, "Oh, it's going to be hard to make change." It only takes one person at a time. One person, one mind. Now, one person is going to turn into 3 people, going to turn into 4 people, going to turn into 12 people. But you got to have the mentality of knowing that what you're saying is true and stand by what you're saying. That's it. And be genuine and true. Don't nobody like no fake and phony. We don't like no fake and phonies. We ain't got time for that. Okay, not now. After coming out of a pandemic, you should be with it. Okay. Um. Okay. Cool. But that's my 2 cents, and I'm gonna go to differently capable when it comes to these lyrical code language. Is it slightly distorting our understanding of actual love? And if so, is there a better way? And what that may be?
Well, interesting that we're having this topic because this past week I was talking to my artist, which I manage, because I've been telling people that I've been managing an artist, and everyone end up asking me what genre. I say rap because he's a rapper, and the first thing they say is, "Does he cuss? Is he gonna keep saying bitch, bitch?" So, they're
You can curse on here.
monetizing. Oh, really? Okay,
You can
well,
curse on
you know
here.
what I
Yeah.
mean. So it's like all these people don't know who my artist is and don't know what type of music his type of lyrics. And the first thing they say is he gonna go with the degrading type of lyrics? So me having this conversation with him, it's like I know he's the more poetic because he wants to tell a story. But there's moments where a rapper, sometimes they end up using the word bitch or, something about drugs or something about sex. You know how rappers do. You know how this genre does. So it's like, how can we do to a moment where people actually want to listen to your music because you're telling a story or you're actually inspiring, then degrading? So it's like I put that on his mind. It's like, are we going this way where we can be more commercial for people can actually want to follow you, or are you gonna just gonna be an image to something that doesn't need to be really? Because if we're trying to change the world doesn't need to be talking all about how am I gonna get it in.
Hello.
So yeah, so that's how I treat it with my artists. I'm very real with my artists. It's like we're trying to go one way. Do we want to go back? You know what I mean?
Got you, got
So
you. All right now.
yeah.
Come on now. Well, you keep pouring that love and energy into your artists to be themselves. And don't worry about what the next say is stand while they all up in your business. Because you making moves and a lot of them probably ain't making no moves. So they want to, see what
Okay.
you're doing. So don't tell some, keep some. Keep your moves to yourself. Tell what you need to tell in the time you need to tell it and keep blowing up. Don't worry
Exactly.
about the other ones because they're gonna always be watching, clearly.
Amen.
Um, and so I see that Jasmine has actually she answered, and I want to read what she said. I thought it was pretty cool. So she said in regards to lyrical code language being slightly distorted, not understanding of true love. She said it is definitely distortion. Love is not synonymous with sex. Music has such a strong influence on one's perspective of love and sex. I agree with Troy. She agrees with me. Thank you, Jasmine. And make it plain. Concise is not confusion and does not create delusion or illusion. All right, now, and she gives claps to our definitely came home. She over here giving our rhymes. Okay, Jasmine. We might turn that into a song. Oh, that's Chrissy. All this time I read, oh, that's Chrissy saying that. I'm so sorry. Chrissy, I ain't even know that girl. See, this is too low. I ain't got my glasses on. That was Chrissy. Okay, Chrissy. All this time she ain't high. She finally said this is Chrissy. You should have said that for the job. I'm gonna get it. But thank you, Chrissy. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Cool. Oh no, so Jasmine. Um, my apologies. Totally thought I was here. When it comes
Okay.
to lyrical, sorry, when it comes to lyrical code language, like "Love Me Harder, Baby," "Love Me About the Counter," "Love Me About the Car," things like that. Is it slightly distorting our understanding of true love? Do you feel that way? And do you think there's a better way? And then what the better way is? If you think there's a better way,
What does that mean? Lyrical? What is
with the
the
lyrical
question?
words, love. Say it again.
What was the question?
With the words like when music in our generation uses words, and music in our generation has often used the word sex and the word love interchangeably when it comes to music. Like for example, "Love Me Harder," "Love Me by the Counter," "Love Me in the Car," "Love Me on the Aluminum," "Love Me Hard." When it comes to using the words, words like that for sex and music and things like that, do you feel that it's distorting our understanding of actual love?
Is it hard to under? Is it hard to understand love? Right? That's
It's
the
using
last
those
word.
words. Yeah, that's the last thing I said. Yeah.
Yes and no. It, yeah, it is. But if you know, then you know how to like differentiate. But I'm I'm cool with it. I'm kind of half and half. I know it's like similar, but it's different. But I'm okay with it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Got you. Okay. Cool. Cool. So, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, this next part is also, a fun part. And we do this each and every week. It's our Ace
Wait,
for the
Wait,
can I
Pod
can
Joshua.
I
part.
jump
Wait,
can I
Joshua.
jump in?
Joshua.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Oh, because
I'm
I
so
got
We
thoughts
sorry,
for
can't
this
skip
Joshua.
our
one.
special guest.
I
I'm
got
so
thoughts for
sorry.
this one.
Because I got confused with Christy and Jasmine. I thought they were, I'm so sorry. Three people answered in my head. So my apologies.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Yes. So talk to me, Joshua.
Um, so this is it's funny. This question made me think about what was the song I was listening to today? Oh, SWV, Rain.
Hmm.
Like the literal chorus is rain on like rain
Rain
down,
down on me.
let your love just fall on me. Like love doesn't fall on you. Like I know like that's coded, right? Like that's about like
Putting your come on me.
right. And so it's interesting because I'm super sex positive and I love anytime we can finagle or roundabout get your sex message into something. And so I think it's important to realize like historically, like before, like even in the 90s, for instance, like
you had to be coded because they weren't going to play your language. They weren't going to play it on the radio if it was, rain down on me, let your come just fall. To be like, they weren't going to
Right.
like,
It's not 2021.
right. But now we're in the OnlyFans world. We're in the place, we're in a space where sex is much more to the forefront and it's much more sort of allowable. And so I do think if you can say it, you should say the thing you're talking about because at the end of the day, like, yeah, there are some folks who will start to equate the word love with, things that are really just sex. And so if we can keep them separate so that we can teach people the real meanings of the words, then we should. But it's kind of funny to go listen to all these songs, from the 70s, 80s, 90s, where they had to figure out a way to talk about what they were going to talk about without saying the thing that they could say or they couldn't
Right.
say.
Right.
So like, I get why it was important before, but I think it's important now that we have the flexibility to do it. Like, I mean, yeah, we can listen to any Cardi B song and know that she's talking about sex because she's telling us she's talking about sex. She's not she's not telling you she's not talking about love on WAP. But that's good. That means that she can be very clear about what she's talking about. And I appreciate that now. And I can choose to listen to it or not based on what it is.
Right. That part. Awesome. All right now. I'm glad. Look, you brought me back to I'm glad we got that answer because I think that it's important to just be able to understand both perspectives, and I like how you put things word wise. So that was pretty cool. Okay, cool. So last but not least, we have our ace metaphor cards, and we do this each and every week. And you just anyone could answer these questions. Be the first one to answer. It's not about me being the leader on this one. If you feel more led to answer it, if you feel like you have more experience, you've experienced the situation and you want to talk about it first, go ahead. You can just go ahead and go first. But if not, I'll go ahead and take it over. But I think we'll be doing one or two of them. I don't know how it works tonight. With Aaron will let us know 2 or 3 of them. But let's get into it, Aaron. I'm ready. I think the team's ready.
Again, Troy was correct.